Rain blows in the open windows. A visiting cat peers in the living room door. Petals of bougainvillea land in the entrance hall, and the narcotizing scent of jasmine seeps from the upstairs terrace into the bedrooms. People come and go as naturally as the butterflies that drift by the mirrors. Those prime movers, our cardinali neighbors, bring pickled eggplant, dried mushrooms, fruit cordials, and grappa. Chiara comes home from a week in Sardinia and surprises us with a pensiero, a thoughtful little gift, of a shell necklace and a straw shopping bag. Pepe brings eggs, still with tiny feathers stuck to them. Lucio leaves yellow squash on the steps. Juicy arrives with chinchi, fried rags of pastry. Giorgio brings wild boar. Among the Americans a constant book exchange flows. How delicious to come home and find a nice stack of Maryland's paperbacks on the wall. My neighbor Melva, a fellow Californian, drops off apricot jam and home-baked bread. She hates the local salt-free bread we've grown accustomed to, and when I make toast from her bread, I do too. I take a sack of green beans down to Donatella, and from the look in her eye, I understand that they too have more green beans than a human family can eat. The lovely musical chair rhythm of giving and giving leaves no one standing alone. When I started living at Bramasole, I had the intuition that the house was at home in the landscape, and that by living here I would be at home too. My instinct proved true. The house, layered under an Etruscan wall, then a Medici fortress, and looking out over the valley where Hannibal once pounced on the Romans, here my life changed, from the slightest detail of the quotidian to the large arcs of love and commitment. I daydream about each signora who lived in these rooms, where she shelled peas, rocked the grandchild, placed a vase of pink roses that survived the 30 years of abandonment. I would like to share a pot of lemon balm tea with her on a winter afternoon while we cook a pot of black cabbage soup. Now I would like to invite one of these women back to my house in California to show her how Bramasole traveled to America and took root, how the house opens to the breeze from the northern loop of the San Francisco Bay and to the sacred view of Mount Tamalpais, how the garden burgeons and the table magically expands. A pot of ragu is simmering. Ed is forming little pillows of gnocchi. My daughter has invited 10 friends. The signora and I take a basket to the herb garden outside the kitchen. What music shall I play for her?